Hey, so this is my This Is Me video for my Columns 100 class. My name is Luke Bamrud, and I'm in 7 a.m. Tuesday, Thursday with Dr. Felicia Van Dam. So yeah, there's a lot of different concepts that we've gone over in this class. So we'll start with hobbies. Hobbies, big thing for me. I'm a big STEM guy, so I think that takes up a lot of my free time in researching and things like that. I don't have a ton of free time on top of classes and applying for grad school right now, which I think applies to my self-concept. I think that's something that's very important to me right now, is like getting into grad school. And it's sad to say, I think that kind of relates to self-esteem. And I think that relates also to communication in the sense that I have a part of myself that I have to restrict, and that from like hobbies and stuff like that. So a lot of my communication has been lacking with a lot of people because I can't hang out with them, and I'm pretty busy with extracurriculars and all that. In terms of social like reference groups that I see, I just have had a lot of friends that like, I think my biggest hobby that do like outside of school is camping and hiking and all that type of granola stuff. So I think like in terms of reference groups, it's a lot of what I see from other people, and a lot of friends will give me like different spots to go to, and I can communicate and kind of share the information of where the secret good spots are. And the group I choose to associate myself with is just kind of the people that I interact with daily and have chosen to include me in their lives, and I think that's great. And another area where communication's lacking is I tend to have a harder time communicating with them and seeing how they're doing. I think the life experience that affected my self-concept, I think the biggest one honestly is just growing up around a lot of people going through healing from addiction. I think that's really affected my life the most, in the sense that it's transformed the way I see myself and the people around me, and the culture around me. And I think I attempt to. Oh, I think the biggest thing I've seen is people lacking community in those like people that are dealing with addictions and all that, lacking in people that can help them get out. So I think I've learned to seek out people that seem to be lacking community and try to help them. One big example of this is this guy at church. His name's James, and he's a tough person in the sense of he definitely his ability to communicate and push people away, specifically push people away, is pretty good. So it's kind of like a thing I try. I don't necessarily say, "Oh, I see this in you," but I try to just communicate that I care for him and that I want to hear about him, who he is. The relationships that have decreased my self-esteem have probably been mostly through bullying. I grew up pretty, to use the word, chubby, and so I think that was something I always like knocked myself for in terms of self-esteem. And it goes back to the culture I grew up in. The people were making fun of me a lot, not the best communicators in that sense. I think has increased my self-esteem the most is probably the positive male role models I've had, and their affirmations of what I'm doing is right, in the sense of they're like, "Oh yeah, you're doing this correct, like keep on going down this, like work really hard in school." And it also comes to the other side of them saying, "No, don't do that." This additionally ties into gender, in the sense of I see how they the male roles they have, the male qualities they have, and I influence my life around that and communicate that. So yeah, thank you. Have a good one.